Are you ready? I said, are you ready? You are listening to Voice of the Fans Sportscast, brought to you by none other than the voices of the fans. Discussing football, basketball, news, trending topics. The one-stop shop for all things sports. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Hosted by none other than Ben Swift Reynolds, Taylor Gatwood, and Tyler Wright. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast. Voice of the Fans Sportscast.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Voice of Fans Sportscast. I'm your host, the one and only Ben Swift Reynolds. We have Professor Flowers, T Gat, and RC. What's up, fellas?
Happy Monday, happy Monday.
Yeah, it's the week of Christmas, man. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling Christmas spirit? Y'all feeling jolly?
Oh, man, having kids put you in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, exactly. RC like bump Christmas spirit.
Yeah, bro.
I got a little man, so I gotta do.
Yeah, the kids get you hyped for Christmas though.
When they babies though, yes. When they start getting older, they start asking for Teslas and stuff like that. I always ask for a Tesla. The Tesla
weather for like this. I know. No, my daughter, she trying to like redo her whole wardrobe. I'm like, come on now. So she's like, y'all know what Lululemon is?
Yeah. I have no idea.
Say guy wouldn't know. He messed with them rich snow bunnies.
It sounds expensive.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Go check out Lululemon website. Them prices are outrageous.
Give me a price, man.
Man, a shirt is like $50. Like it look like a shirt from Academy, but it just have like a Lululemon symbol on it.
Like a hoodie. A hoodie's like $100.
Yeah. A hoodie's like $100, bro.
It's ridiculous.
Man. You can go to TJ Maxx and get a hoodie for like $25.
Yep.
I shop at TJ Maxx.
Nice too.
That's what I'm saying, man. I told my daughter, I said, I feel sorry for your husband because he's gonna have to have a real good job. For real. All right, let's go ahead and dive into week 15. I'll ask y'all this. Do y'all want to look at the playoff picture first? Or y'all want to just go ahead and break down the games?
Let's look at the playoff picture. I like that.
All right, so right now, we'll look at the AFC. The Bills have clinched the playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs clinched the division right now. So the Chiefs are in second. Bengals third. Bengals, man, they in third place. What a turnaround, right? Yes. Titans, believe it or not, Titans are winning their division, so they fourth.
Jaguars coming.
Jaguars
coming. Hold on, let me look at the Jaguars record right now.
A game back.
They're 6-8.
Yeah, they 6-8. They 6-8. So Titans, they not looking too hot right now. Like they crumbling right before our eyes. All right, the Ravens are in the fifth spot at 9-5. Chargers, man, they at the 8-6 seed.
I had them in neutral last week.
Getting healthy.
Put them in drive.
Again, but we're gonna talk about that game too. The Charger game. I don't know what's going on. All right, the Dolphins, they're at 8-6. They at 7 seed. And so the teams are on the bubble are the Patriots. You said, oh yeah. So the Dolphins will have to play against, if the playoffs start right now, they'll have to play against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That'll be a shootout.
That'll be a good one. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, it won't be easy.
But they gotta play. Have they played each other yet? They gotta play each other pretty soon.
I don't think they have.
Yeah, they gotta play each other pretty soon.
Yeah,
what week? Like last week?
Yeah, in the next couple of weeks, they had to play the AFC West. They played the Chargers not too long ago.
So the teams on the bubble are the Patriots at 7-7, Jets at 7-7, Jaguars at 6-8. Raiders at 6-8. Browns at 6-8. Steelers at 6-8.
Done.
They have the Colts at 4-9. They still have a chance, but we already know they done. They done.
Done.
All right, so let me go through the teams on the bubble. Tell me which one y'all see. I'm gonna go line by line. Y'all tell me they getting in or they done. Steelers.
Done.
Browns.
Done.
Done.
No, they got a shot.
No, they don't have a shot. Not with Watson playing like he's playing.
I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm playing.
Raiders.
They're done.
Raiders done. They gave up too much.
Done.
They giving up too much.
They lost to me close games to try to fight back into the playoffs.
They got a heartbeat. I think they got a heartbeat.
It's slim. It's a little slim. All right, the Jaguars. Y'all said
maybe.
Jaguar, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
They definitely got a shot.
Can we get a definite answer? Like, yes, they get.
I need to see who they're playing. I need to see who they're playing.
Yeah,
they just beat the
Titans. Hell yeah.
They already beat the Titans.
Yeah, well, look.
They got the Titans again.
Do they play? Let me look real quick.
Yeah, well, look up the schedule real quick.
Listen, the Jaguar is a cat, and the Lion is a cat, and they're coming. The Lions and the Jaguars are coming on both sides.
Yeah, they're scratching.
All right, what you got?
All right, they play at the Jets next week.
When
then they got at the Texans.
When
at the
win.
Oh, they end the season with the Titans.
I think
it's 4 games left.
It's
week
3.
15.
It's 3
games. So they have the Jets this week.
They got 3. Yeah,
they got the Jets Thursday. You gonna take the better quarterback in that matchup?
Then Texans, then Colts. Yeah, they getting in. Look up the Titans.
Not Colts, Titans.
No, Texans and
Titans. Look up the
Titans. You take the better quarterback. You take the better quarterback in that.
All they have to do is win out, and they'll win the division because they'll beat the Titans twice.
Yeah.
But who the Titans have? Oh my word!
Sunshine.
I thought I buried that name, but it looked like I could call him back tight. Look like I got stuff back on him.
Sunshine. Come on, bro. He balling.
The Titans got the Texans.
Okay.
And then the Cowboys. That's an L.
Oh yeah, they out. They out.
And then at Jacksonville.
Wait,
and they're falling.
Who you said the Titans got to play the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in Dallas or it's in Tennessee?
It's in Tennessee.
Take the Titans in that game. They're not gonna make the playoffs, but they're gonna beat the Cowboys. Struggle on the road, bro.
Yeah.
The Jaguars hold their own destiny.
All right, so the Jets.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the
the
quarterback play is still not up to par. Even though Zach Wilson played better this past week, but it's not up to par.
He still misses. He misses a lot of.
When he missed bad though.
Yeah.
So he got. I don't know. He's accurate, but he got to figure out. It's somewhere his mechanics. I haven't really looked at his.
It's not that's not the issue, bro. First of all, he's from BYU. He's a West Coast kid. That's like Midwest West Coast kid. New York is hard to play in. Playing for a defensive-minded coach. Send this kid to McVay, LaFleur, Shanahan, somebody like that. He gonna look totally different, bro. Like Robert Saleh is he's a defensive-minded coach. They trying to run the ball and play action off of that. This kid want to throw the ball. This kid's a good quarterback, man.
Let me throw something out there real quick, Ben. Looking at the playoff, people in contention, we honestly just have to eliminate everybody but Jacksonville because everybody that's relevant in the AFC quarterback. They got a quarterback.
That's very true. So, Patriots at 7-7.
Done.
Yeah.
Thanks to Jacoby Myers, they're out.
We can get to that. Oh boy,
I loved every minute.
Oh my word,
I did it too.
Yeah,
I did it too.
All right, let's look at the NFC South. If I can pull it up.
That's a tough division, man.
Worst
the The Eagles clinched the playoff spot. Vikings clinched the division. 49ers clinched the division. They said the Cowboys clinched the playoff spot.
They did.
Yeah.
So Cowboys are 5. After that, hold on, what? Oh, okay. NFC South, they have the Buccaneers 4th, but that don't make no sense.
Yeah,
That
they
was
lead the
the
division.
division.
They're in the division. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they got them in
They're
the
winning
hunt.
the division.
Okay. All right. So the Buccaneers. So the NFC South basically not set. So they got just a list of teams here. Buccaneers, Giants, Washington. On the bubble, Seahawks, Lions, Packers, Panthers, Saints, Falcons, Rams. The Rams.
The whole NFC East is in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. The Lions got to take somebody though.
Yeah, somebody gonna get knocked out. The Rams.
Yeah, I agree.
They done.
Yeah, the Rams are done.
Falcons.
Done.
Saints.
They're still in it for the moment.
I feel like we done. We have the Eagles on it. We have the Eagles. I think week 16, week 17.
Listen, man. Listen. Take the Saints again. Listen, you're gonna tell me I'm right. That defense against that offense, and if you watch the Eagles the last few weeks,
the Eagles might not have anything to play for.
They struggling. Yeah, you're right. They might not have anything to play for, but the Saints ain't dead yet, bro.
So the last games on the Saints schedule are Browns, Eagles, Panthers.
Win. Watch.
No,
the Eagles might be sitting somebody, bro. You just never know. I mean, they
might sit Jalen because Jalen did with a shoulder injury. But the Browns, this will worry me about the Browns. Our rush defense, run defense has been trash. Algier went off on us for 100-something yards this past Sunday. So that worries me with Nick Chubb.
The reason I say the Saints are done is because they lost twice to the Bucks. So if they if they have the same record, the Bucks will still get in.
Win the tiebreaker. Yep.
That's true.
I didn't know that. Yep.
The Bucks have Cardinals, Panthers, Falcons.
Win.
They should, but who knows if they will?
The Panthers.
I think Panthers could beat them.
Yeah, the Panthers are so tricky.
They already have beat them.
Yeah, they already have. So I'm saying the Saints are done. Panthers, I say they done. Packers.
So if the Bucks, if the playoffs started today, the Bucks will be the what seed?
The 4.
4. So they would play the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a loss. They losing to the Cowboys.
And the Niners will play who?
Wait. Slow down.
No.
The Cowboys will the 49ers will play the Giants.
Oh yeah, they play the Commanders.
Giants.
Giants.
The 49ers play the Giants, and the Vikings will play against the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Barbecue chicken.
You'd rather play the Giants than the Commanders.
I'll play either one of them. Just give me one of them. Just show
I'm
up.
Not scared of either one of them.
You can put one side of the helmet Commander, the other side Giants.
They need to combine both teams on RC. They need to combine both. Yeah, they're not that good. Packers.
What's the guy's name? Tyler Heineke is his name?
Taylor Heineke.
Heineke.
It's Brock Purdy all over again. He played just like Brock Purdy. They look like looking in the mirror. He's tough.
All right. Let's go ahead and get through this list. Packers, what they done?
They
2 games back.
I'm looking at their schedule.
They 2 games back.
They got the Dolphins, Vikings, and Lions.
They done.
Yeah,
so
they
beat the Vikings. They beat the Vikings in the Lions.
They're not beating.
They could possibly. They're not beating both of them, but if they did, I would say they done. But if they did, they could get in.
Yeah. I can't really count them out yet. Especially if they beat the Lions. If they beat Miami and Minnesota, they're winning right now. And if they beat Miami, you kind of got to like, are they?
So is Miami traveling to Lambeau?
Is that Miami?
Dead. They done.
Yeah. Yeah, they done.
All right. So the Lions. They 1 game back.
We're alive.
I'm riding the Lions train.
Yeah.
I think they might make it. I think the Lions might make it in.
Okay. And last but not least, Seahawks. What you say, Gatwood?
They're alive.
Seahawks?
They're alive.
No, they done.
I think they're
done.
alive. It depends who they got. Who they play?
49ers next week.
Oh, yeah, they might be done.
Oh, they got
the
49ers this week?
Yeah, I think it's 49ers.
They just played the 49ers, didn't they?
They played the Rams twice.
Oh, they played the Rams?
I think they played the Rams twice.
Yeah. No. They play Kansas City.
And then the Rams?
Yeah, they're done.
Kansas City, just in the Rams.
Oh, they done.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're done. They're done.
All right. So we had the Lions probably taking Commanders or the Giants spot. That's what I'm thinking.
Somebody got to go.
Commanders.
All right. Let's go ahead and dive into the games, man. We'll start with the Colts and Vikings. The Colts lose to the Vikings 36-39. They said Matt Ryan blew 2 leads. He blew the lead in the Super Bowl. He blew the biggest lead in NFL history. Flowers, go ahead and have the floor.
Matt Ryan is so unfortunate. Bless his heart.
Dang, that's bad luck.
Like, I think I told y'all about a week ago that emotionally I checked out as a Colts fan. I love him. Don't get me wrong, but emotionally I checked out just in time for this fiasco this past weekend to not really damage my poor little aching heart. It's terrible, man. You know, I get on here every week. I try to save face and talk nice about the Colts. You know, I'm going to give them criticism when it's due. Got to give it to them this week. Terrible. You cannot be up 33-0 going into halftime and just let this game slip away the way it did. The second half, the Colts, I mean, the offense alone has been – can I cuss? Can I cuss real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The offense has been a shit show the whole year. Let's be real here. It's been a shit show.
That's a good one. That's a clean one. I like that one.
We get out here. Thank you, C. The defense scores, special team scores. The offense accounted for 1 touchdown in those 33 points at first half. And what? 1 touchdown at 36 points. Terrible. The defense could not breathe in the second half. Kirk Cousins, and I give Minnesota credit for fighting back, for being resilient. I talk about momentum on this podcast every week. You can just see it building. It was 36-21 with about 8 or 9 minutes left, and I knew they were in trouble then. I have nothing against Jeff Saturday, but I have to call Irsay out on the BS. The fix is in. It's in.
So you thinking that it was just trying to, not tank.
You got to question things.
Tank.
You got to question things because let me fast forward to the end of the game. It's a close game. The Colts 4th and 1. They think about it, and then they want to go out and go for it. I'm screaming, kick the field goal. Field goal kick was 5 for 5, 53-yard field goal, and we don't take it. So so in my mind, I'm just sitting here thinking, why are we going for it? Minnesota has all this momentum. They're gonna get stopped. Irsay must have called down Jeff.
Shut it down.
We gotta rise like Jeffersons, baby. No, but just to see those. My thing is just to see those guys lose in that fashion and manner. It's disappointing just to see those players have to go through that, especially the youngsters and the defense. I read and looked at everybody, in the comments and stuff after the game, and everybody was blaming the defense. And it's so unfortunate because the people that said that obviously didn't watch the damn game.
They didn't watch the game, yeah.
The offense has to keep drives going. And let me say this too about the defense. I do blame the defense in a sense because they did get too soft and did play prevent in a lot of instances in the second half. You playing 10, 12 yards off the ball, man. Don't hit you underneath every time. But, I guess the only good thing you can take out of this is that the Colts move up in the draft. You don't want to watch a team that's in between and don't make the playoffs and, the seeding is terrible. So I think they're 6 right now. I don't see them winning another game. I think the Texans might actually beat us. I mean, we tied them the first game. But, I still love my coach, but I have to look forward to the future as far as, seeing what Irsay is going to do to fix this shit show.
RC, what you think of the Vikings right now? This is the second time where they've been almost blown out. The first time they got blown out by the Cowboys, and then now we saw them with the Colts.
I'm gonna put my shades on this, bro. I don't think of nothing when they think about Kirk Cousins, bro. Listen, just give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings, the Commanders, or the Giants in the playoffs. I can't wait to play them because you know what? They one-dimensional, and I'm with you. I'm with you, bro. I watched that game for the first half, and I was thinking to myself, like, they can't move the ball on the Colts. Oh, they're gonna have trouble in the NFC because the Cowboys got a good defense. We got a good defense. The Eagles got a good defense. You're in trouble, and I don't trust what I see. Like I'm like you. I think the coach just decided to lose because you could literally kick field goals the rest of the game and would have won the game. So it's like, man, I don't know, man. The Vikings are very fraudulent and look very weird in the daytime. That's why I got the shades on. They really just getting on my nerves, man. Like I really feel like their defense is horrible, man. Their defense is horrible. Like they're one dimensional. I don't see them going far in the playoffs. Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
Are we live?
Yeah, we live.
If there are any Viking fans at home, let me say this: you know how the movie ends. Ricky gonna get shot. He gets shot every year in the center of his back.
Because we saw the Vikings versus the Lions, so they just got ran out the gym, and now we saw them about to get exposed again with the Colts, who are basically down their luck. So how in the world you expect me to believe in the Colts when they can't even beat contend with some of the lesser teams? It's just crazy.
Colts got a good defense, bro. They had a good defense, man.
But the defense, they come out and play, but still, the Vikings seemed like they didn't know what to do, how to correct the problems, and they couldn't get none going all sudden.
Let me add something to that, Ben, because we played the Vikings 2 years ago when Jonathan Taylor was a rookie, and we did the same thing to him. We pretty much shut them out, in that game prior to this. That's why I was comfortable with picking them. I definitely played the +4 Saturday on my ticket, but the Vikings are frauds, man. I see the headlines, the biggest comeback in NFL history. Like I said, they can have that now. That doesn't bother me, but when you get in these playoffs, when you get in these playoffs and you play the teams that already beat you this year, and you haven't played San Francisco yet, we'll see how real you are.
Yeah, please send them my way.
Yeah, I want to see them play against the 49ers. I want to see them play against the Eagles. Well, they already lost to the Eagles.
They lost to the Eagles.
They lost to the Cowboys.
Yep, got thumped by the Cowboys.
The Cowboys, they gave them an old-fashioned whooping. So we already know what the Vikings are. It's just when you have Justin Jefferson on the field, it changed the whole dynamic of the game. So you can't really completely write them off all the time, like write them off. But you just seeing a pattern here. The defense is horrible. I say that from the first beginning of the season. The back end is trash. When the Saints were moving the ball, the Saints should have beat the Vikings that day. But of course, we had mishaps as usual. But I don't, as a Viking fan, if I was a Viking fan, I wouldn't feel happy about the team because we don't show up in big games. Captain Kirk, he just don't do his thing, So, what do you say?
Miracles, bro. When you're winning games, it's a miracle and it's the biggest comeback and all that type of stuff. You throwing Hail Mary passes and you shooting from half court to win the game, you're in trouble. If that's the way you're gonna win, you're in trouble.
It seems like the Vikings have a history of that, so go figure. Yes. All right, the Ravens lose to the Browns 13-3. Gatwood, it's your time. Watson looked like he's still stuck in the mud.
I knew he was gonna go there.
He's just trying to he's still figuring out the offense, man. He's still still getting chemistry with dude. You cannot base him off of 2 games. He's still getting chemistry with his players. He looked more comfortable in this game than he did the first game against the Texans.
He did.
He's gonna be fine. I'm not worried about Deshaun, dude. That dude's mentally tough.
13 points though.
He'll be fine.
Yes, they barely beat the Ravens. And the Ravens couldn't even move the ball without Lamar. So, if that's what you want to hang your hat on, then I guess anything to hang it on.
Hey, I'm just glad to see my boy back playing again. That's what I'm
Yeah,
happy.
Browns
And next year's his year. Next year's his year. I'm telling you.
Him and Amari Cooper gonna be dangerous together, bro. Watch.
And Donovan People-Jones. He has a good connection with Donovan People-Jones.
You don't be saying his name like he just that dude, but yeah, he's good. He's good.
Who, Ben?
What you say?
You
I said Donovan
People-Jones.
You saying his name. You said you poking your chest out and saying his name. Like he
good. Wait. He's just as good as Chris Olave.
Nah, come on. Stop it.
Chris Olave is a rookie now.
Stop it.
You're seeing it. Donovan People-Jones went to the University of Michigan. I'm a Michigan fan. Olave's from Ohio State. I would never pick a Buckeye over Wolverine.
That's true. That's true right there.
And that's where you're making your mistake. That's where you're making a mistake.
Watch yourself. Ain't no mistake.
Flowers.
That's true Michigan guy right there.
Go blue.
Go blue, bro.
Talk to me.
Flowers. With the Ravens only scoring 3 points, the Ravens have to get this deal done with Lamar. Are they gonna be back at the end of the NFC North?
You know what?
NFC North.
Even if they get this deal done with Lamar, they still gotta get him some help. It's not gonna mean anything. The man needs some help on the edges, plain and simple. You need to get some talent around Lamar so you can see Lamar's full capabilities. I mean, he's showing you, but when you're out here throwing it to, DeMarcus Robinson and, Josh Oliver, it's not going to be enough. I mean, you see Huntley out there. Huntley only threw for 138 yards, on 30 attempts. So, I mean, the run game is there. We know that. I have this thing, and RC pointed out last week about Greg Roman. I am stuck on why is Greg Roman still in the league ruining young black quarterbacks. I'm not trying to make this a race thing or anything. But Greg Roman,
you ruined Tyrod.
He's ruining too many of these quarterbacks with these kind of styles, and just to see all these innovative young coaches, with all these ideas and everything, these young schemes that's taken from college and sprinkling a little professional NFL play calling with it, they can do a whole lot better than what they're doing. That's all I'm gonna say. But they can give Lamar the deal or not. I am not convinced Lamar is going to thrive in Baltimore unless they give him somebody like an AJ Brown in the offseason or somebody like that. They got to shoot for the stars. You're not showing me you're investing in Lamar.
I guess that's why Sean Payton said, "Hey, I'm a free agent. You a free agent. Let's get this thing going." Because Sean Payton gonna put that man in the best position to succeed as possible.
You're thinking about yourself right now.
I'm thinking about myself. I'm thinking
you
about
don't even know if that's true. You don't even know if that's
come out and say that. He came out and said that on live broadcast.
Bro, you are the world is flat with you right. The world is flat with Ben right now. The world is flat with everybody going to New Orleans. Is this possible?
Man,
I mean,
time would tell, RC.
Come on, man.
Time would tell.
Listen, man. If they don't re-sign Lamar, Lamar's gonna be a Dolphin. Tua is in trouble because we've seen if the National Football League is just making Tua out to be this great quarterback under McDaniels. Like the last few weeks on the road, he's looked average.
Mm-hmm.
Put Lamar in that offense, man. Golly, that's what you don't want to happen. Don't put him in that.
Lamar in that offense. Lamar in that offense would not be fair. That would McDaniels would have a field.
Oh my goodness.
So since we're on the Dolphins, they did lose to the Bills 32-29.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game.
Gatwood, the Bills, do their defense kind of worry you a little bit?
I wouldn't say it worries me, but I mean I think not having Von Miller is a big deal. I mean, he had a great start to the season, pass rushing wise. I mean, I still think they're Super Bowl contenders, but I mean, you can't sleep on the Dolphins, man. They might make a run too. They got to be up there with one of the contenders in the AFC still.
Mm-hmm.
They sneak in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. So, are they your Super Bowl favorite? Now, anybody can answer this. The Bills. Could you put your hand on the Bills and yes, they going to Super Bowl?
No.
I don't know right now. I need to see them play the Bengals.
So what make y'all unsure? What make y'all unsure?
Like Flower said,
Well,
the Bengals. I mean, you got the Chiefs, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They're all good.
This is what's going to derail Buffalo, which we all in this predicament where your quarterback is one hit away from being out of the game or the season being over with. But this guy goes into every game playing a style of football that we seen Cam Newton die on the sword. He died on the sword playing that way. And he throws his body into linebackers and cornerbacks and D linemen like he don't give a care. So, but my thing is too, having a great pass rusher in the playoffs, it matters. You're gonna have to get Patrick Mahomes on the ground.
Yeah.
And they gave up 29 points to the Miami Dolphins, who got a good offense, but you give up 29 points or more to the Chiefs, you're going home. So, I just feel like they're gonna have to button that up to be able to. I'm not worried about the Bengals. I think the Bengals they're a good team, but their defense ain't world beaters either. The team with the best defense in the AFC, whoever that is going to the Super Bowl. Somebody got to stop somebody.
I think the Bengals match up better versus the Bills because they can run the ball and spread you out. And we saw that the Bills have been having trouble with offenses that can spread them out. As we saw with Mustard gashing them like repeatedly.
Yeah.
So
I had him on the bench too.
that boy was like he was running through that snow. He was a snowplow out there, bro. So I think
he's underrated.
I feel like when the Bills can pin their ears back and get after a quarterback,
that's where
they play their best at. So Patrick Mahomes, we saw Jerry McKinnon come alive. So, but I don't know if that's a real thing. He had back-to-back games of like I think 2 touchdowns or something like that. It's been crazy. He's been on the tear, but when the Bills can get after you, they don't gotta like hold themselves because you got a good running game. I think that's where they'll sell it. But it's gonna be Bills were my Super Bowl pick, but I'm like,
them losing Von Miller hurt, bro. That really hurt.
It was a huge loss.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the Eagles and Bears. The Eagles beat the Bears 25-20. I'm gonna just read y'all this quote real quick, and y'all tell me what y'all think. Okay, here it is. This is from Chris Sims. There's just no way he's more valuable to his team than Mahomes, Burrow, or Allen. If you put Gardner Minshew in the Eagles offense, they still be really good football team.
I totally agree.
Might see that this week.
Yeah.
You totally agree? Dang, RC, you just don't agree. Totally agree. Huh.
Totally agree.
I don't know, RC.
He's gonna get exposed. He's gonna get exposed in the playoff.
Come on, man. Hurts, man. He's taking care of the ball. He's doing all the right things. Yes, that's the difference. He's not turning the ball over.
He turned it over Sunday.
He's gonna get exposed in the playoffs.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of a doubt, but like we really either way. I mean, we don't know yet. I mean, he did play in the playoffs last year, but we'll see how he is with this team this year. But I mean, RC could be right.
But he's not. So he's not more valuable than Patrick Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow. Which I say he's not more valuable than Patrick Mahomes.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that. But if you take him off the Eagles and you just slot in whoever, Gardner Minshew.
Minshew solid.
He's solid, but they're not gonna be 13-1.
Answer this: the Cowboys lose Dak Prescott. Put Cooper Rush in
no.
In comes Cooper Rush, and he saved their season.
They went 5-1.
We don't know Cooper Rush. We don't know Cooper Rush from Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they went 5-1. The Cowboys went 5-1 with Cooper Rush.
Okay,
but look at the
49ers 2 quarterbacks and put Brock Purdy in the game. We don't know Brock Purdy is a birdie passing through, but he's out there. Okay, so you mean to tell me, and this is my opinion, would you take Deshaun Watson? Okay. Forget the allegations. Don't even do that. Just we're gonna think about football. Okay. Deshaun Watson or Jalen Hurts. If you had a pick between those two right now, I'm getting this
Deshaun Watson or Texans Deshaun Watson.
Come on, man.
You getting a hip piece of Deshaun Watson?
Like, no, I didn't know this because the Deshaun Watson I'm seeing right now. He throwing balls
even
into the dirt.
even playing field, Ben.
He ain't played
Even
in 2
playing
years,
field.
Ben.
Bro,
You're
bro,
just
listen,
mad he didn't go
I'm
to
talking
New
about,
Orleans.
but you get to use Deshaun Watson with the Philadelphia Eagles as constructed. He ain't even more valuable than Deshaun, and Deshaun have been
I'm
on
taking
900,000
away
days.
from football. I take Deshaun Watson. I want to put it like that.
I don't
Deshaun
care.
Watson never stepped
Listen, bro.
I'm
Listen,
not
bro.
taking this Deshaun Watson because
There's a
2
reason why
games,
Nick
bro.
Saban said Jalen Hurts. Nick Saban said Jalen Hurts for Tua because I need you to make explosive plays. He's a great quarterback with great skill players around him. If AJ Brown get hurt, forget the rest of them guys, because they were there last year. Yes, they were. Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith was there. Let AJ go down. This season over with, brother.
he
got
haven't had
everything got
Daz
to be
Goddard
perfect.
in a couple weeks.
That's facts.
Bro,
That's facts.
he got the same disease Jimmy Garoppolo got. It's called perfect-itis. Everything got to be perfect for Jimmy to win. The defense got to be on fire. Devo got to be running in the
That's
round.
totally not true.
If
It's gotta
AJ
be
Brown gets
perfect for
hurt, their
some
season's
quarterback.
over.
That's
I
false.
don't
That's
agree
a
with
fact.
that.
over.
I don't believe
agree
it's
with
That's a
over
fact.
because I feel like they can
That's
still
a
pull
fact.
points without Jay. Man, we saw the emergence
Bruh.
of Devontae Smith this year.
Bro,
AJ
listen.
Brown
So
is helping Devontae Smith's development.
Yes.
He's helping that.
But they still, if they lose AJ Brown, they still literally the second or third best team in the NFC. They still better than the Cowboys.
With AJ Brown, they might make the Super Bowl though, and that's the difference.
But
You take him away
on the Eagles.
Yeah. With that
I'm
offensive
saying Brady
line,
on the Eagles.
yes, with that offensive line, my goodness, he would destroy
That's
the league.
Brady.
Yes.
Brady doesn't have an offensive line this year. That's why the Bucs are struggling.
He doesn't have an offensive line, and he doesn't have a slot guy. Give him Devonta Smith. He'll Tom Brady Devonta Smith.
So let me ask y'all this: y'all think what Michael Parsons said about Jalen is true? If y'all don't remember, this is what he said: is it Hurts or the team?
It's half and half. It's unfair not to give Jalen any credit because you still have to go out there and make the throws and make the plays. So I'm not gonna sit up here and not give Jalen no credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Jalen Hurts, he's a great leader. Like if you ever see some of his like halftime speeches or after the game speeches, like he's a great leader. I think he keeps the team morale really well too. Like I think he's a good player, but he's not the most valuable player in the league to me over Mahomes.
Well, he's winning MVP. I feel like he with 13-1 with that record and his stats right now. Why wouldn't he win MVP?
He probably will. I mean, he probably will.
I mean, they literally have the best record, and they always talking about records, and that's why Drew didn't beat Aaron Rodgers, right? That year where Drew threw for like 5,000 yards and all them touchdowns, Aaron Rodgers still beat him because the Packers was winning. The Saints wasn't.
I think he deserves it. I mean, he probably does deserve it.
I feel like
if it's based off of that.
All right. Yeah, that's really what it's based off of. Record and your stats. If your team sucks, then you're not gonna win. That's just how it is.
Watch Mahomes get it.
Man, that's so cliche though, bro.
Watch Mahomes get it.
Yeah, that's so cliche, bro. I promise. All right. The Lions, they beat the Jets 20-17. Robert Saleh had a little statement about Wilson. Thought I had it. I might have deleted it. I got it right here. My bad. He says the frustrating thing is that this kid is going to be a good quarterback, but the NFL and this new instant coffee rule that doesn't want to give people time. What y'all think about that quote?
You know how I feel about time. I think time is everything, and the world is so impatient. I agree with Saleh in a sense with that. The world is impatient, man. They want everything now. They're not letting players take 3 years to develop. They don't see it in the first year and a half or so. They're ready to get rid of these players. And some players, of course, they don't catch on as quick as others. Some players got to develop. The body's got to develop. The mind's got to develop. And it just takes time with some things. But, in today's world, everything is supposed to be instant. News is 24/7, so you need something to talk about. So everything's rushed.
So what you think about this? Do you think teams are thinking like this, that we gotta play them to see what we have. If you take a quarterback in the first round, a high pick, and let's say you see him like 2 or 3 years, and he end up sucking, like he just never improves, and now you in a deeper hole because now you wasted 2 or 3 years on a guy developing, just never develops.
Let me ask something. Okay, let me answer this question the best way I think I can answer it. I think everything is rushed nowadays because of the access these younger quarterbacks have to passing coaches. You know, repetitions that they get as youngsters. You know, they say it takes about 10,000 reps to be a solid quarterback. From my understanding, that's what the saying has always been from when I was young. So these kids, you know, they're starting, you know, with 7-on-7s in the younger times. So they're coming in more experienced and more developed. So I'm guessing that's why the time clock is less now than it was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and there's a lot of money being paid out too. So I think that's another thing that's factoring into the quarterback. They trying to see what they got and the market. It's just a lot of factors that going into playing a young quarterback.
The rookie deal was the best thing that happened to the league because as you remember, was about 15, 20 years ago, they was giving these top 10 picks 7-year, $50 million deals, and you know they were stuck with them. You know, so they honestly they didn't have no choice but to wait and see because you know the deals were so long and it was giving so much money to these kids. You know, nowadays, you know, they're giving you 4-year deals with a team option for a 5th year. And if you have it, they can get rid of you. They can spend money to put people around you. So it's rushed. I mean, they're putting you know talent around Zach Wilson. I mean, Zach Wilson's played for 2 years. What do you see out of him? He's what, a 50% passer. That's not going to cut it in the NFL. 50% is not going to cut it. You know, 62, you're solid elite players, or what, 65, well, 67 and up, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that's an elite quarterback right there when you're completing 67% of your passes. But Zach Wilson's half. You know, he throws the ball great downfield, but he misses on the easy things.
But what quarterback that was like that? He can hit players downfield, but his short game was bad. I want to say it was Cam. He had problems hitting people short.
Cam, just too much zip on the ball. Short.
Yeah.
That's all.
And Winston, Jameis, he wasn't accurate. He wasn't accurate with his short passes, which is kind of blow my mind. Like a 5-yard, 7-yard pass. Like how you not?
Zach just he straight up just sells it sometimes, like out of nowhere.
Yeah, I want to see him succeed because he got a lot of tools, man. I feel like he can be a really good quarterback, but it's just time. It's like RC was talking about, man. He got a defensive coach.
Yes, it's not helping. That's not helping at all.
I think he needs to change his mentality a little bit too.
Got too much swag, like he's the man.
I mean, you're on the Jets.
He gives that vibe.
Yeah, I'm the man. He does give that vibe that you know you can't tell me ish. All right, the Steelers beat the Panthers 24-16. Panthers 5-5-9. Steelers fall to 6-8. There's not much to talk about here because these teams are. I'm being real. Like these teams, what they playing for? Pride.
I'm chuckling for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Look, every time I bet against the Steelers, they win. Like you don't think Mr. Trubisky is gonna go into Carolina and be 17 for 22? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. After that last performance by Mitch versus the Ravens and the Panthers defense, you saw what they did to Geno. So that's my whole thought process of why I picked the Panthers. But as this weird NFL season has been, like, you just can't tell these days, man. It's just like bad quarterback play. Plus, it's Darnold. I shouldn't ever bet on Darnold. Right. Either Darnold or Mitch, man. Like what?
The Panthers at home, you know.
Yeah. What you want me to do?
I got another number for you.
What's that?
Trubisky was only sacked once.
Ooh. That's a sign right there. When you don't get pressure, and that's the only thing I like about Mitch. He's mobile. He can move around and get out the pocket. So that's the only thing he really got going for him. But when you can get hardly get no pressure, then that's a problem. Hey, RC had to step away for a minute, so he won't be back on. I'm just going to remove his video. He had something come up. All right.
problem.
Cowboys lose to the Jags 40-39. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Gadwood, if you was a Cowboys fan, what would you be saying right now about this team?
Really, if I'm a Cowboys fan, I'm waiting to see how they play against the Eagles. That's what's going to tell you everything to me.
That's your measuring stick.
Yeah. I mean, the Jaguars are a good team. They're hot right now. I'd be more worried about the defense giving up 40. I mean, I know the last play was a pick six, but their defense was getting shredded by Trevor Lawrence. And, I mean, Travis Etienne had a pretty good game too. That's what I'd be worried about because everybody's been hyping up the Cowboys defense all year. And, I mean, they didn't look too good in that game.
There's no reason why the Cowboys should have lost this game.
I agree.
None whatsoever. I said it, I'll say it again. The reason why the Cowboys lose these games because the defense give up chunk plays. You cannot be giving up big time plays in games. It switches the whole mood of the game, and you allow teams to get back in quickly, as we saw with Jacksonville. Jacksonville just kept chipping away, getting chunk plays, getting chunk yards with Travis Etienne and Zay Jones. And next you know, they're scoring touchdown. And next you know, they created a turnover. I forgot who fumbled the ball. But they took advantage of those two turnovers. Literally. They took advantage of those two turnovers. Mm-hmm. So the Cowboys defense, they need to call a meeting or something and say, hey, we got to stop this, man. Like, we hurting ourselves. Dak, he's doing all he can. The offense is. And we not getting any sacks. They don't what they had, like 2 sacks.
1 sack.
One sack. Come on, defense. Y'all parade around like y'all the best thing that ever happened to the NFL. Y'all think Diggs is the best corner, but y'all give up so much, man. And they just needed, like I said, they need to call a defense only player meeting because the defense is what they're gonna take them far into the playoffs. I don't think it's the offense. You gotta have the defense that make those stops. If they can't stop the Jacksonville Jaguars offense, and they literally let them get back in the game, then you have problems. What you think, Flowers?
You remember what I told y'all last week?
What's that?
It takes a full group effort for the Dallas Cowboys to win a game. Even though the first pick Dak threw was terrible, the second one was tipped. Rashawn made one heck of a play. I should have picked him as my stud of the week. Rashawn, what's his name? Jenkins, 18, 9 solo, 9 assists. With the pick,
he balled out.
He balled out, man. But gotta give Jacksonville credit. I think it's more of Jacksonville, taking advantage of Dallas not closing out the game than Dallas losing it. This is the NFL. You see it in the NFL. If you leave a hole, team. You've seen it with the Colts. You've seen it with Dallas. It's a lot of teams, had to claw back this past weekend and close things out. But Dallas concerns me, man, because, I should have picked them this week. And I started to, especially when I started hearing Michael Parsons talk about Philly. They were looking ahead.
Yeah, exactly. Good point.
Parsons getting a little cocky.
Yeah, he's getting a little cocky. I haven't seen him in 2 games. No pressure anywhere.
He's on the milk carton.
Missing. Like, man, come on, my guy. You're so worried about Philly. I guess you forgot Trevor Lawrence and company could play. You cannot overlook teams in the NFL. That is the wrong thing to do. And you got a clear glimpse of the future in Trevor Lawrence. The kid has been on a tear the past month. I think he's 15 touchdowns to 1 interception. Interception he threw this past game. Look, they had a mishap earlier with him and ETN with a handoff. Man, they shook it off. I'm happy to see that. But as you can see, the league now is you got to have a quarterback and you got to have a coach. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, great fit.
That's why I went Doug Peterson.
Happy for Jacksonville, man. That was a heck of a win.
Yeah, I might be wrong about Trevor. He looking a lot more poised.
Yes.
They moving around in the pocket. They just not letting him drop back. And they didn't see how many. Of course, he threw a lot of times because of how the game was going. But
Efficient.
it just like when a defense create 3 turnovers, they had Jacksonville fumbled the ball. Trevor threw 2 interceptions. He threw one late I think it was late in the 4th. And they literally should have shielded the game right there, but the Cowboys went 3 and out quick. I think they left like a minute and 16 on the clock.
Yeah, a lot of time. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all went 3 and out that fast, McCarthy.
Jacksonville had one timeout, and I think on the third down, Dallas threw it.
What I think they ran. I think they ran like 13 seconds off the clock. It was something crazy. It was like y'all left
terrible.
It was terrible game management, man. I was like, y'all left, and what McCarthy known for, right?
Right.
Clock management. Clock management sucks. When you create a late interception and you only take about 13 seconds, 14 seconds off the clock, then you have a problem. But cause I'm looking at this, the game, Jaguars never won the game. The time of possession was the Cowboys was 35 minutes, 26 seconds. Jaguars 27 minutes, 42 seconds.
That's a big advantage in time.
That's a lot of time, man. It's blowing my mind how the Cowboys lost the game. But hey, I don't like the Cowboys, so the only person I really like is Dak. I just hope he do good. But man, Cowboys, y'all something else. All right, the Chiefs beat the Texans in OT 30-24. Gatwood, do the Texans have a bright future here?
I don't know why you calling me like I'm a Texans fan or something.
I want you to talk about your ex, man. That's what we do.
We talk bad about my ex.
Yeah, I want you to talk about your ex. We want to see how she's doing. Like, yeah, she's doing good. You know, both of us moved on, but I'm happy for her.
No, I think this game was a fluke. I think the Chiefs were playing down to their competition big time.
Yeah,
it was a trap game. You know those trap games. I don't really see very many bright spots for the Texans. Maybe Derek Stingley at corner. They need a quarterback.
That defense is relentless, though.
Damian Pierce.
Lovey's a good schemer.
Damian Pierce is a good running back. Yeah, they have fight to them, but they have a lot of work to do to make that
receivers.
Team
when they revamp this offense to match their defense, oh, bro, get ready because Brandon Cooks to me, they should have let Brandon Cooks walk. Yeah. They should have traded him for some picks, in my opinion. Yeah. What's that young receiver study like 6'3" or something like Nico or something like that?
Yeah,
Nico Collins.
Collins. He's a nice big receiver. So they just need to build on that. They already got the stud running back, right?
Right.
Now we just need receivers. Revamp, continue to fix the O-line and get a quarterback. I'm not sold on David Mills. They're like, oh, he had better year than Matt Jones. It's freaking Matt Jones.
They're going to draft a quarterback.
Yeah. So it's freaking Matt Jones. Y'all comparing David Mills and Matt Jones. Okay. What's your point here? I'm kind of missing something here. But the Chiefs, they just got to keep winning. Well, we already know what they bring to the table. Anybody want to speak on what the Chiefs are doing?
Yeah, I can speak on it. Let me give some credit to Patrick Mahomes. 36 for 41, 336, 2 touchdowns. At one particular time, he ripped off 20 straight passes.
Whew.
20 straight completions in a row. They played down to the competition, but Mahomes, like we talk about, maybe at five in the world, they can do what Mahomes can do. Nobody can do truly what Mahomes can do, but that type of ability to be able to lead your team, out of the holes like that. Because Houston came to play, and they gave him a good game, but Mahomes prevailed. Mm-hmm.
What's so funny is Flowers. The Chiefs had 502 total yards. The Texans had 219.
Goodness. That's double. That's just they double.
That's a weird stat line to be a closer game. Is like I said, turnovers hurt the Chiefs, man. When you turn the ball, people don't understand this. That's why Coach over preaching turnovers. Do not turn the ball over. The team who make the less mistakes usually win the game.
Preach.
When you give people short fields, it flips the whole game around. It don't matter how many yards you put up, how many passing yards you throw, how many rushing yards you have. If you fumble the ball, pistachio, where he said,
Pacheco.
when you fumble the ball near the goal, like, come on, bro.
Right. You're right though, Ben. And we about to talk about a game too. You know what I'm talking about. We'll talk about that one in a moment.
Yeah. So when you doing all this, man, you just really hurting your team. I just like good teams like this. They need to just get out their system. Cause when the playoffs come around, good teams, when you play against somebody that's on your same level, man, they're gonna blow you out. If you turn the ball over like that, if you give them the opportunities in the goal line, red zone, and you can call it a wrap. It's over.
That's true.
So the Cardinals, they lose to the Broncos 24-15. I see McCoy went out. You know why McCoy? He got benched.
Concussion.
What's up? Another concussion. I couldn't figure out like why he was out the game.
Denver defense, bro. They are a valid. They're a valid bunch, man. My goodness.
Some headhunters, huh?
Yes, they are some headhunters.
Ripping, he threw a fourth quarter interception. McCoy, he had a bad interception. I really should put him in my dud, but you know, I ain't gonna pick him. He wasn't long enough. So the Denver, they 4-10. What y'all think they should do in the draft?
They can't do anything. They trade everything in Seattle. They first, right? They second. Next year's first. So I mean, look, Seattle's hoping they lose. I'm quite sure.
They 4-10. Who Seattle gonna have a high pick?
That's a top 7
Seattle's
pick.
Looking good.
Like, let's look back at that trade. Do you when you first saw the trade, what they were giving up for Russell, did you think that was too much, or you thought like, okay, I can deal with that?
I initially, and I'm not saying this because we see the outcome now. They honestly gave up 8 players for Russell Wilson. They gave up the 3 players and the 5 draft picks. That is a lot for one player.
I thought they were, in Super Bowl contention mode. So any fan of a team wants to see that if you're getting a Russell Wilson. But like obviously looking back, I mean, it's great for the Seahawks.
Yeah, that it hit this way.
What had me? I thought the trade was fine. To be honest, like now I'm looking like, dang, that's a bad trade. But I honestly thought it was a great trade, though, because I felt like the Broncos were quarterback away, and I assume like, bro, they Super Bowl contenders like automatically. But what made me kind of scratch my head some was when they hired Nathaniel Hackett. I was like, he don't even call the plays in Green Bay. Like I didn't, like I said, I remember what I telling you, I ain't even know Green Bay had an OC. I thought Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur was calling the plays. I thought Aaron Rodgers was calling the plays.
If they'd hired somebody like Doug Peterson or something, it'd be a tough season.
A whole lot better.
It just blew my mind. I'm like, Nathaniel Hackett. I had to go look. Like, oh, he came from Green Bay. What the crap? Like, they never show Aaron Rodgers and him together. I've never seen them two together. It's like you tell me he exists, and I'm like, no, he doesn't. Like, that's why my name Nathaniel Hackett.
That's why I think the enemy has never got a head coaching job, because
if they can get past what happened,
Andy Reid. Because they know Andy Reid calls the plays.
Well, it's a lot of things. It's a lot. I hear different reports. Like when he came to Saints, I heard that some people think that, but he and Andy Reid calling the plays, and I heard that some people like, well, think about what he did in the past, and some people like, we don't even know what he can do as an OC. Like it was like a lot of, I wouldn't say hate, but it was just a lot of question marks. I think people was just like, we don't know. And they said hold on. Oh yeah, the other thing was they say he did really bad in interviews.
Okay.
So I don't know what that all
I think
entailed
he
was.
should get
What
the job
that
over
really
Hackett.
mean? Really bad in
But
interviews.
if Hackett can get a job, then Bieniemy can get a job. I mean, he has a better track
I
record.
agree, Gab. I agree. The
Yeah.
job of an offensive coordinator, they're supposed to help the head coach. Well, the offensive coordinator draws up the plays for the play caller, pretty much. So either Bieniemy is helping draw up plays for Andy Reid. I think we have to give him credit. I mean, because we see Kansas City and all these crazy formations, and I'm quite sure Bieniemy has a say so in a sense. I remember they had like a one formation like from the 1950s, and the players gave Bieniemy credit for that because they were saying Bieniemy pretty much put that play in. So I don't want to short Bieniemy. You know, if he doesn't interview,
Yeah.
you know, greatly enough to make an owner comfortable to hire him, you know, I get that, but. I mean, I'm with Gatwood, man. If Nathaniel
That's a
Hackett
great
can
point,
get a job,
Gatwood.
why can't Bieniemy get a job?
That's a great point.
Because he
Like I
comes
said,
from success.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't know Hackett existed to this point. So, yeah, great point. You should go on ESPN and tell them guys, like, hey, listen to me. I'll tell you what the problem is. What you say?
You do better than Skip, probably.
All right, now.
All right. I ain't gonna take shots. God, I'm about to name another one guy, but it's whatever. At least he got a big show. I can say that.
Who you gonna say?
Colin. Was it
You don't like Colin?
Cowherd.
He's out. Yeah, he's outrageous, man. His takes be so outrageous. I think he just be trying to get views, trying to be like, you know, be all shock value and all this type of stuff. But you know, the Patriots lose to the Raiders 30-24.
Boy, oh boy.
Flowers, if you were the coach and you saw your player do that, if people don't know, go watch the highlight. I'm pretty sure you can just type in Patriots and Raiders and the highlights pull up. What would you have done? You saw Myers go across the field and throw it back to Matt Jones.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna give you the professional take on this situation here. If it was me, Kobe Myers would be cut today. No ifs, ands, or buts.
God, you trying to make the playoffs? You trying to make
the ifs, ands, or buts? But I gotta get on the Bill Belichick now. I gotta get him. I gotta get Bill, and I like Bill, and I respect Bill because he's done this for so long. But I think his arrogance has tainted this organization. You know, he's putting defensive coordinators and special team coaches as the OC. You know, the offense looks terrible. It's looked terrible as far as passing the whole year. We know they can run the ball, but Matt Jones, you know, I understand they don't have the talent that we want to see on the outside, and I understand that might dictate to the play calling, but do not disrespect Matt Jones. Get him somebody that he can correlate with and can connect with, like he had the connection with Josh McDaniels. I understand that he's lost a lot of assistants, but for me seeing Jacoby Myers, in which I'm going to tell you that's my dud of the week. As soon as it happened, I text Ben. I said that's the dud of the week right there.
I never in my life seen that before.
Never.
I played sports. I saw some crazy things. Like one time, I was trying to throw an alley hoop to my center. I saw him running down court, and for some reason, I thought Chris Paul, cause you know back then it was Lob City, so I tried to do Lob City too, and I tossed that ball down court, and I soon it left my hands. I said, "Oh crap!" I said, "Please come back." So I was like, "Man, I'm about to get." Hey, look, I'm looking at the goal, but as I'm looking at the goal, I'm kind of like walking towards the bench because I know I'm about to get pulled out of this game. And the ball, I threw an alley from half court, guys. From half court, the ball went in, and you hear the whole crowd go, "Huh?" I was like,
wow.
I did this. I can't run down court. My coach like, "You better be glad you made that."
It's like Michael Jordan. Hey.
I was like, so I feel like I seen some crazy stuff, but Jacoby Myers. The game is tied. So what, Flowers? Right. Why didn't they just take the knee?
I
go
say
overtime.
I say that to say this, man. They're not well coached.
Oh, snap.
Is it fair to say? I mean, come on now. We got to be fair here. Mm-hmm. But for that man not to understand what was going on in the moment, come on, man, y'all tired. That was we're down by 1, and we gotta do this out of desperation kind of a move. How do you not know that y'all? Why would you do that? It was the
Stevenson
funniest
started
thing.
it though.
Look, yeah, he did, but at the same time, Jacoby Myers should have been smart enough to just get
fall
down. Yes, I mean, because it wasn't going anywhere. But like I said, they had to not know the situation. So that's me saying that they're not well coached.
Yes, that cause it was a head scratch. Cause that's when I text you like the game was tied. Like I don't understand what was going on. Like when they started flicking it out, like what's going on here? Like it's something I don't know. Like is the score or on the TV wrong? Because and imagine you challenge Jones, you just stand there. Like I don't know what he was doing.
Yes. He was just talking to Matt Jones probably, and he looks up like, oh snap. He catches it. Let me sit for me.
Well, you say flower, you can eat.
Right by here.
Like, come on, man. Like, what?
Man.
Man.
That
pretty much just sum up the Patriots' offense. That just put it right in the back and like push it downstream. It's trash. Get it out of here. Hell, Matt Jones, I don't even know he's the problem anymore after watching that.
I don't think Matt Jones the problem.
What the Belichick post Brady era, it reminds me so much of the Popovich like post like Tim Duncan, Tony Parker era.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's just what I think of when I think of the Patriots without Brady.
It's just a team that's crumbling. You know, we saw greatness, we saw dynasty, and just crumbling, man. When a civilization on last legs, that's what happens.
I think it's because of Bill's ego. He
ran Tom Brady off. How you run Tom Brady off? Tom Brady's the coolest dude on the planet, and you gonna run him off?
Way.
Come on, guy.
The Patriot way.
I couldn't play for Belichick. I respect Belichick, but if I was a player, I literally probably couldn't play for him, man. I was just like,
I'd want to go play for Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, I'd go play for Mike McDaniels or
all the young coaches.
Yeah, all the young coaches. No, it's no way I'm playing for Belichick. Like, I feel like he just don't give people credit. Like, give me credit, guy. If I'm balling on the field, give me credit. Like, I feel like that was good coaches do.
Andy Reid is always giving credit to whoever's at the helm. Always.
It's just this style. Belichick got to realize this is not 1970s, 1980s. Cause when he built that dynasty, it was coming out the 90s era, early 2000s. And fortunately, he just had a great quarterback. He had good pieces around Tom Brady. I mean,
and a terrible division. Let's be real.
Jets are finally relevant. The Dolphins are finally relevant. Yes. Well, the Dolphins they had a couple years where they was teething. So
the Bills were terrible for 15 years. The Jets were terrible for 15 years.
Doug Flutie was the last Buffalo? Was Doug Flutie? He's the last one. The great Bills quarterback.
Music City Miracle before.
I'm telling you. Come on, man. So Belichick had it easy. I wanted to see him doing the Steelers division. You know, AFC North. That always been a tough division, AFC North. Even when the Browns sucked, you still had, the Baltimore and Pittsburgh always complaining. Yes. Come on. So it is what it is. Belichick, like I said, you said drop to Kobe Myers today. No, son. Clear out your locker. We don't even need you're not even the best. You're not even the best receiver on the team. It was the other kid. I think the other kid's better than him, in my opinion. I can't remember his name. Kendrick Bourne. So it is what it is. All right, the Falcons lose to Saints 21-18. If I can understand this right, Mariota, he's injured, or did he get benched? I heard reports that he was hurt or something.
I've heard both.
I've heard
their head coach came out and was kind of throwing shots at Mariota like he wasn't though.
Did Mariota bench himself? Did Mariota if I'm not starting, I'm going on?
They were saying he was benched, but then Mariota said that their coach was saying he's away from the team. Like he got benched, and I guess like acted like he was hurt. Is what their coach was acting like he was saying.
That's what that's what I was kind of confused because out hearing Mariota talk, and I hearing him say stuff. I'm like, all right, did Mariota take himself? That's why I got out from. Like, did Mariota take himself? Like, since he got benched, like, I'm done for the year. Like,
he shut it down.
Pretty much,
whatever.
That's what they acted. That's what Arthur Smith acted like.
Arthur Smith. But let's be honest. Like, Ridley, where the dude name is?
That's
Ritter. Yeah, Ritter. He wasn't ready in the first place. I don't know y'all watched the game any, but
I watched some of it.
He's a Trey Lance type of guy. He gonna need time to develop, and his throws were kind of erratic. Yes,
big time.
And the Falcons look horrible. They done. The Saints. I wish T. Wright was here, so I can get his opinion on this. But the Saints have some bright spots. We just need a freaking quarterback, man. We just need a Flower. You just come back in the room. No, that was RC.
I don't know what happened. Okay.
I just need y'all to get Kamara the ball more for my fantasy team's sake.
Gatwood, you ain't the only one. I'm trying to tell them guys like give Kamara the ball. Give him when we see what happens when Kamara get the ball.
Y'all win pretty much.
So what y'all think the Saints should do this coming up all season? I'm kind of like confused because I feel like we should step away from Denzel Allen and Pete Carmichael, but the defense is not the problem; it's the offense.
That sucks. Why did the Eagles have y'all's first round pick? Like, what trade was that?
We
traded up
Peyton Turner. We traded up for Peyton Turner. You know.
Oh, that was a bad trade.
I ain't heard that guy. Yeah, I ain't heard that guy name. Well, I heard his name a couple times this season, but he's not Cameron Jordan. So, I don't know. I'm just kind of confused with what the Saints should do. About head coaching and quarterback. I don't want Denzel Allen back, but I do like the defense. Do y'all see a possibility where the Saints retain Denzel Allen but promote him back to DC? Y'all think, or you just say you got to cut ties when you make somebody head coach and you bring in a new guy? You just gotta let the coach go.
That don't happen very much where they get demoted.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm worried about.
You know what the best thing that happened this past weekend that might go in your favor though, Ben?
What's that?
The Chargers winning. Because
yes.
Because if Sean Payton wants to come back and coach, I don't think he'll go to the Cardinals. I don't think, especially now.
Yeah.
But you know how I feel about the Chargers head coach. But if he can string some, a couple of wins together, get them in the playoffs, it'll probably buy him another year. So if Sean wants to come back, he can come coach y'all another year. So I think the Chargers actually win this past weekend.
Yeah, because it's not really like a bright spot for Sean Payton to go to. Besides, we said the Chargers, Cardinals. Yeah, that's about the only teams that really.
The Saints still got the defense and the weapons.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, you got a handful of quarterbacks that's going to be available this offseason. So we don't know what's going to happen right now. It's so much to be uncovered, but we just have to get there.
Yeah, I'm just happy you got to win, especially versus the Falcons. All right, Titans, they lose to the Chargers 17-14. Tannehill. Flowers, what are they going to do about Tannehill? Because he costing them.
You know what? You remember earlier in the year when I was picking against the Titans and they kept winning? This was the Titans team I was picking against right here. This was a Titans team right here that I was expecting to show. They've lost for 4 or 5 in a row. Tannehill is Tannehill, but I just feel like the Titans are pretty much if you don't play the Titans game, if they don't turn you over and get short fields, and if Derrick Henry can run for 100 yards, but if he doesn't give you these back-breaking, 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown runs that just take the fuel out of you, and Tannehill, they really don't have a A.J. Brown like we always say. They don't have that anymore. So it's too much going on in Tennessee. They fired the GM, and ever since they fired that GM, man, it's like everything's gone downhill. But I just think Tennessee is just showing they just don't have enough to compete with what's in the AFC right now.
The defense is really the bright spot of the team, to be honest. They really kept them in games this year. Let me throw this out there. Do y'all know who led the Titans team in receiving? This is going to surprise you.
Derrick Henry, probably.
Yes. Think about that. Think about it. He had 4 catches.
That's a lot.
4. Like Titans, y'all need a receiver. I could play the slot, you know what I'm saying?
No. And I can see why they fired the GM. I think the GM played defensive tackle. Look what they draft well. Defensive tackles.
Yep. They got a slew of those.
You got a slew of those. And then he traded.
Which one you want? Yeah, they traded AJ Brown. What was the whole issue with AJ Brown? I can't remember. I don't know. Huh?
Money. It was money.
So who their money tied up with? They got an old tackle. I think they paid. Was it Taylor?
They're not paying nobody.
They're not paying him.
Yeah, I mean they're paying him, but they're not paying Tannehill $40-50 million a year. They could have paid.
Dan Henry.
They should have paid him.
Yeah.
You know what they tried to do? They try to do like the Vikings did, trade Diggs and get Jefferson, but that don't work every time.
No. Trayvon Burks is all right. You know, give him some time. But you had it made with AJ Brown, and I remember when they traded him. Vrabel was in the press conference sick. He was sick because he knew Tannehill needs somebody that can take him over the top. They do not have it. You know, Derrick Henry can only do so much. That defense can only do so much. But when the Titans play against quarterbacks, you know, better teams with better quarterbacks, and as you've seen with Justin Herbert, and the Titans outplayed, in my opinion, the Titans probably outplayed them, you know, a good bit of the game. But Justin Herbert comes in the last drive and do, you know, what only a handful of quarterbacks can do in this league.
It's unfortunate how the Titans completely screwed themselves. But I seen something on social media. I never heard this before. Maybe y'all can help decipher what this means. Everybody calling, I guess it's a bad thing too. Everybody calling Justin Herbert a social media quarterback. What y'all think that means? A social media quarterback. Does that mean like he look pretty on social media, but when you see him in real time, you know, not everything that cracked up to be?
I don't know what that means because he's
legit. I don't know what that means.
He's legit.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a thing until I was just looking through some posts and I saw a social media quarterback.
A lot of people say he's overhyped, but that's not true. That's not true.
He's overhyped.
Not at all.
Well, he had a bag. It wasn't a good game.
But he made the throw at the end of the game.
He made the throws, yes.
He made the throw at the end of the game.
That's what matters, huh?
Yes, that's what matters. He got him down there at the end of the game. He came in, seen the situation, 2 throws, gets him downfield, puts him in position to kick the field goal.
That throw to Mike Williams was like
beautiful.
There's probably only 3 people in the league that can make that throw right
Yes, now. On the run, yes. And maybe just Patrick? 2. Yeah,
Patrick
maybe just him
and Josh Allen.
And Josh Allen, yeah, Josh Allen also, yes.
So, all right, the Bengals beat the Bucks 34-23. I believe the Bengals scored 30 points unanswered.
Second half, yeah.
Taylor, what do you think going through Brady's mind right now?
I mean, I watched this whole game. Man, the Bucks they looked so good in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
Like their offense was completely different. They were I don't know if y'all watched it, but Tony Romo was talking about how much motion they were doing instead of just straight drop back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Their offense looked great. And then in the second half, they completely went away with it, which made no sense to me. I don't know why they changed it.
You know what changed the game too? Was that Fournette fumble.
But that was Brady's fault though.
Yeah.
No, I thought when he ran to that pile, he fumbled the football.
No, I'm talking about when Brady was handing it off and
that was just one
the fumble
of them.
snap.
Yeah.
You're talking about the fumble snap.
The fumble snap?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was more than one fumble.
Yeah, I know. They credited Brady with both fumbles.
Oh,
Yeah, the handoff was Brady's fault. Yeah, I agree with you on that, Gatwood. That was Brady's fault. It
they
just popped
played
out of his
in the
hand.
second half. They got sloppy.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's what it
much.
was.
They
And the
got real
Bengals ran away
sloppy.
with it.
Because the Bengals wasn't doing nothing special. Like we said earlier in the pod, short field.
That's right.
Short field, man.
That is right.
And the Bengals took advantage of it. Cause guess what? They are a good team. That's what good teams do. They take advantage of situations like that. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen to the Buccaneers team. I don't know if they're gonna blow it up or whatever. But I don't think if Tom Brady leaves this year,
he's leaving. He's unrestricted free agent. He's
yes,
leaving.
if he leaves this year, I don't think they're gonna be that good because what Fournette? Yeah, Fournette just signed a deal. I think last year.
I think it was a 1 year though.
It was a 1 year.
Yeah,
and
they want to find a quarterback.
I see the Fournette leaving because you can tell by his body language this year. He just, I don't know. He got benched for White. He been beefing with the.
Their offense looked better with Fournette.
But they prefer White. White when you saw Fournette get benched like two games ago for White, and Fournette was really upset about it. So I don't think Fournette is gonna be here next year. I think this team gonna finally just.
I think you might be right.
They prefer White. Yeah. I don't know why, but they do. That's why I picked him up in fantasy, Gatwood.
He's solid. He's White. I think White will be solid, but I still think you got to ride with Fournette. I mean, because he can catch the ball at the backfield just like White.
Yeah.
But the Bucs, they fall to the Bengals. Burrow. A lot of people counting them out. A lot of people, they're like, oh, they on Super Bowl high. They're not gonna be the same, but we see time again, Burrow's proving us wrong. Well, now you're not proving me wrong. He's not proving us wrong.
No, he ain't proving us wrong.
So he's putting all the naysayers wrong.
Weren't they like 1-3 at one point or something like that?
They were like 1-4. They were terrible.
Yeah, now they're 10-4.
And then, but plus, wasn't Burrow coming off the knee surgery? Was that
appendix or something like that?
Appendix. Yeah, that's what it was. Appendix. So it just takes time, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Giants beat the Commanders 20-12. Commanders lost the game because
big time.
They spotted them. So they spotted if the Giants didn't get that sack fumble. I don't know they got credit with sack, but that strip fumble that Thibodeau had, that spotted them 7 points.
No doubt.
Then Taylor had that fumble near the red zone. I want to say it was close to the red zone.
It was close enough. Mm-hmm.
So that's another 3 to 7 points.
Yep.
The Commanders lost the game. They lost the game when they turned the ball over. But they did have a chance to make up. What y'all think about close to the end of the game? How the referees and everything played a part in the basically this decision of the game.
It shouldn't come down. It shouldn't come down to the referees deciding the game like that at the end of the game. Plain and simple. Referees had a terrible weekend in the NFL and the NBA this past weekend, and they wonder why people say that things are fixed. Not that I'm saying that.
Yeah. There's this guy on YouTube. He putting up videos now. He breaking down in games talking about fits and everything. I don't know. I play sports. You know
how hard people work.
It's 50-something people on roster to fix, and people get hurt. Like, you know how hard to buy out every single player to throw a game?
That's why I've really never agreed with it because of playing, football and just thinking about all the work you put in and the blood, sweat, and dedication, man. It's hard to sit there and tell me somebody's throwing the game.
Yeah.
But the refs, though.
Yeah, the
refs. Not the players. It's the refs that you have to worry about.
What I think about NBA, I feel like if a game could be rigged, I think NBA can do the best at it because all it takes is an individual player, a star individual player to buy him out and, basically throw a game. But anyway.
When they make too much money to let me say something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the players you have to worry about because these players make too much money to have to throw a game. It's the refs that you need to worry about because they control the pace of the game and they dictate certain things. As far as NBA, foul calls, sending to the free throw line, ejecting people. NFL, not calling obvious pass interference calls. Even in the game we played, the Vikings had a strip sack, not a sack, a strip. They stripped Zach Moss, I want to say, picked it up, ran it back, and the refs was calling it dead. And I'm sitting here as a Colts fan, man, that's messed up.
Exactly. Yeah, a lot of people think I do that sometimes. A lot of people think it's the players, but the refs. Like, you make a great point. I seen a couple people in the comment section that are going through a forum. They're like, yeah, the players, look at the players tackling. Look at they're just bad tackling. If you ever play football, they realize them players, they're not running as fast. If you ever play football, the speed is way different from watching it on tape than on field. Once you hit the field and play with them guys, he just ran right past me. You know what I'm saying?
He's faster than them guys.
Yeah, they don't understand speed, man. Speed don't look the same on tape as it's totally different. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about that. Well, about being fits. But what you think about when Terry McLaurin pointed at the ref? And from my understanding, the ref was like, "Yeah, you good."
Supposed to not. You're supposed to tell them you good. Yes, the refs. If Terry McLaurin pointed at the ref, to me, the ref didn't acknowledge him. Terry was just pointing, making sure. And I see the ref with his hand on his side, like he holstering a pistol or something, like he about to pull a pistol out. And as soon as the ball snapped, he throws the flag, and I'm just looking like, wow, man, they cannot decide a game right there.
You know how pissed off I'll be?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm a very emotional guy when it comes to sports. And I'll probably be in the ref face. Like,
if you're standing out there pointing, saying I'm on or off the line, you're pointing 3 or 4 times, and you get a flag. Yeah, you're gonna flip
by the same ref, and you just come on, man. And then I know a lot of people complain about the no call pass interference in the red zone. I think that was Dotson. Was it Dotson or?
Yes, he was hugging the man from the back.
Well, RC did hey, bear hugging him.
Bow Wow and Mario. Like, come on, man.
Let me hold you.
I'm telling you, man.
That man climbing over his back, going around him, like he jumped over his back, came over this. That's what I don't get about refs, about the NFL. Why is it so hard to pay refs full-time refs? How y'all got plenty of money? What Plies say? I got plenty of money. Yeah, plenty of money. Come on, man.
I got plenty of money.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah, dude, man, I'll put an application right now, NFL.
But you know what though? School. You said also being a lot of these referees, they're part-time lawyers, doctors.
Yeah, doctors.
Come on, y'all not that damn stupid.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't understand what the NFL is doing. They trying to globalize football. If you're gonna put a product out there, you gotta invest in
especially with Vegas dealing with it now too. You got Vegas involved with people gambling and stuff.
Yeah,
too,
it's just
we need it clean.
We need it clean. That's what a lot of people complain about. Some guys say, "Oh, I knew the NFL is dirty now. All these games fits because they partner with Caesars and the other casinos and all that stuff. The games are in. The games are fixed now." So I was like, "Bro, y'all gotta do something about this reputation. How people seeing y'all." So that's all the NFL. Well, all the NFL games. I do want to go through this. I saw something interesting today. I just want to go team by team. But this guy, I never heard of him before, but he got a new column out. He said that his name is Bill Barnwell. He said he counted 19 teams who could have a different starting quarterback in 2023. 19. Yes, y'all want to go through the teams and we'll decide. if they're gonna be 19 teams or not. Let me pull up the list real quick. Cause I was like, there's no way that he see 19.
That's a lot.
That's a high number. That's a high number. That's a big turnaround.
So, yeah, let's start off. Let's start in the AFC, and we gonna see. All right, Buffalo, Josh Allen. He's there.
Heck no.
Yeah, I'm saying like, yeah, he's not going nowhere.
Right.
He's there. Right. All right, the Dolphins, Tua.
Awesome. For now, yeah.
What's Tua's contract situation? He's still on a rookie.
Still on a rookie deal.
So this is what his third year.
He should be free.
No,
third year.
He got one more. He got one more year.
They got one more, and then they have they want to opt them in or not. Next year we'll know Tua's fate if they decide to opt in or not.
I don't think he's gone though, unless Lamar comes available.
I think they try to pay him. I think they're going to take care of their contract.
They ain't gonna rush to pay Tua. They're gonna ride out that rookie deal as long as they can. They give him the 5th-year deal before they pay him. Trust me.
Okay. All right, Matt Jones, New England.
I think he's there.
Out of there.
What he said out of there, RC.
He's out, bro. I'd get rid of him too, bro. He's trash.
Why? He's not the problem. I feel like he's not the problem.
I'm starting to think like, man, I don't think Matt Jones the problem.
Matt Jones is garbage.
I think he's not the answer either. He's just he's a bridge quarterback. He's Teddy Bridgewater.
This is Matt Jones' third year. Second year. So how they gonna move on from Matt Jones? This is his second year.
Man, he don't got no
do it all the time.
He's mid. He's the definition of like basketball.
So what we doing here? So what, we drafting a quarterback? New England, they're not in a good position to take a.
No, they're not drafting anybody. They'll bring somebody in for the draft.
When last time New England drafted a quarterback? What?
Matt Jones.
Zappy? Well, I'm saying like.
Matt Jones.
Man, I think Zappy.
Yeah.
I think Zappy better than Mac Jones.
Yep.
No, bro. We saw what happened.
No, I think Zappy better.
Don't do that.
But they throwing to nobody's.
That's true. Okay, so now we get into the problem now, right?
Zappy
no
play
receivers.
Good.
And no offensive coordinator.
No OC.
Well,
so we finally trying to get to the problem.
It's hard. It's hard for me just to throw Matt Jones.
Yeah.
It's hard for me right now.
Well, I'm gonna walk that back because y'all make some valid points. Because when you really think about Mac Jones' situation, like he's the ideal quarterback for New England. It's plain Jane, nothing. Like they don't have a true offensive coordinator, don't have a true number one receiver, don't have a true anything, a true OC. So yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah, I think he's
the pocket passer. The pocket passer is going more extinct in the NFL though. You got to think about it.
I wouldn't put it like that because these guys are just.
I'm saying straight up. I'm just saying, mobile quarterbacks is what everybody's looking for.
But you don't understand. In today's age, people are athletes, like athletes. Back then, them guys used to smoke cigarettes and drink beers. Like them guys ain't running nowhere.
Mac Jones ain't an athlete.
Smoke cigarettes and drink beers, man.
Exactly.
You see that defensive ends are running 4-4s now. They wasn't doing that back in the 70s.
Yeah, I think it's not the age of pocket pass over. No, guys are just more athletic.
Yeah, you're really that thing a whole lot quicker.
Mac Jones ain't athletic.
The style that Brady plays and Mac Jones plays and Matt Ryan plays, it's over.
So hold on. So is Patrick Mahomes not a pocket passer?
He can move around.
Hell no.
He can move.
He's a pocket passer. He was
a pocket passer
before he run though.
Yeah,
he's a pocket passer, but he can escape the pressure. You see those quarterbacks like Matt Ryan,
but it's not.
He can't escape the pressure.
But what I'm looking at when you say there's no people that stand around the pocket, what I'm looking at is like a quarterback like Lamar and a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes.
They can stand in the pocket, man. The thing is,
so I consider that a pocket passer. I consider if you stand in the pocket more than you run, that's a pocket passer in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I mean, when we say mobile, we're not saying as far as just take off running. We're saying you're able to just move around and make throws on the run.
You can extend the play.
Well, like I said, I feel like 90% of quarterbacks can run.
I don't
got
think.
a little speed on now.
If you can't extend the play, you're not going to be as successful. Like
now look at Burrow. Burrow,
right.
he's not fast, but he can get out the pocket and run. Like he can
He can extend the play.
Yeah.
Well, we can go back with Tom Brady. Let's go back 3 years ago with Tom Brady. You know what made Tom Brady great? Him being able to manipulate the pocket as far as stepping up in particular spots and areas. Now, you don't have to be, athletic and all that and just crazy fast. If you can just manipulate the pocket, step up and use the pocket, use your protection, and get rid of the ball quick, you still have something there. I don't think it's dead. It's just the older quarterbacks that play that style. That's dead. They can't do it.
A lot of guys don't know how to step up in the pocket. I watched Zach Wilson, and he did like a 5-step drop back. I'm like, bro, you ain't even have time to step up in the pocket now. You're rolling now.
But listen, an offensive coordinator can make or break a quarterback and make a quarterback do things that he's not comfortable doing. Like Brady, when he play against a good defensive line and he don't manipulate the pocket and he has to stand there, he might as well retire.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, Michael Parsons, DeForest Buckner. Those guys are going to get home. That 2 seconds he trying to get that ball out, they there in 3 seconds. So he ain't getting out of that 2.4, they're there in 3 seconds. But then what we're saying is if you look at the National Football League across the landscape of the National Football League for his quarterbacks, even Jimmy Garoppolo, the way he plays, like he's going to be, in the next 3 or 4 years, he's going to be a backup. Because the way he plays is not sustainable. He's going to get hurt. He's getting hurt because he can't get out of the pocket. And when he do get out the pocket, he's not athletic enough to get away from a linebacker, a cornerback, a defensive end. They like catching him. So
like Andy Dalton.
In 2 years, he won't be in the league. He done.
So guys like Andy Dalton, that's what you're saying. Like
if you're going to straight up just be a straight up pocket passer, you got to get rid of the ball quick. That's the only way it's going to work.
Yes. You got to have a weapon.
Yeah.
Tom Brady don't have a slot guy. He doesn't have an offensive line, and he definitely doesn't have a slot guy. That's his bread and butter right there. Wes Welker, Edelman, et cetera, et cetera. He didn't have it.
So, all right, let's talk about the Jets, their situation. I mean, you can't draft a guy. I mean, can you? I mean, you see the Cardinals
start. He'll start next year. I think they're not going to give up on a top 5 pick that fast.
I wonder what they're going to do with Mike White.
He's the guy.
Did y'all see the report? Mike White saw like 10 doctors and trying to find one that'll clear him to play.
Yes, because Mike White has the opportunity to take that position.
I like that.
He knew it. He knew it. He knew it too.
He's the guy, man. Mike White's the guy.
So you saying Mike White over Zach Wilson next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's gonna happen with Zach though?
He gonna be playing for your Saints, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Everybody else going to the Saints. Why he can't go?
Come on, see.
You don't want him.
I'll take Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson is a good quarterback, man. He needs to go to Indianapolis. Would be a great place for him. Like we gotta
hire the right people in Indianapolis, though.
So Jeff Saturday gone.
Well, let me say this. I'm glad you brought that up, Gatwood. The only way Just Saturday stays, and this is my opinion, only way Just Saturday stays is if they bring someone in that's experienced. But I don't think we keep Just Saturday because if we draft a quarterback, who's going to develop him? You can't sit up here and continue to hire offensive coordinators because what's going to happen as soon as that offensive coordinator is hot, he's going to get a job. So you got to hire somebody that's going to be able to groom a quarterback that can call the offense, et cetera, et cetera. So there's going to have to be an offensive coach. Nothing against Just Saturday. Dorsey, the Benji Johnson guy from Detroit, somebody. It can't be Jeff because he can't develop a quarterback. That's why it can't be Jeff. It has to be somebody.
Ryan. That's why I think he put Matt Ryan back in there. He's like, back in his playing days, he's like, man, I had Peyton Manning, a pocket passer. I got to put Matt Ryan back in here.
And what did you see from Matt Ryan? Matt Ryan is scared to get hit. He's scared to step up in the pocket and make big throws down the field. He's accurate. 10, 15 yards. But man, once they said he threw so many screen passes the last 3-4 games, man. I don't even know if Matt Ryan can throw it 30 yards down the field anymore.
So
It's sad to see
those
that.
guys.
Sad to see.
Those guys, man. Matt Ryan's been in the NFL since 2008. It's time, bro.
It's time.
It's time. Like, there's nothing wrong with going home, bro. It's time to go home. It's
Yeah,
either you go home. Like he's done a lot of great things. I just feel like they're just in the way. It's time to let Ellinger is the guy that's behind him. Let other guys play. See what you got.
Yeah.
So,
I'd rather Sam just play and just see what he had. And I mean, because we still would be 4-10-1 right now.
Yeah.
Right.
So are we counting the Jets as a QB change? Or y'all saying Mike White taking over?
I think Mike White takes over.
So that's one QB change right there. Jets. Yep. All right. Chiefs. They good, right?
Yeah, they good. For the next 10 years. They good.
Chargers.
They're good.
They good. My favorite
Raiders.
I think they changed.
Quarterback change too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think Carr gonna be there next year.
Derek Carr is gonna be the quarterback of the Saints next year.
I take that. I take that in a heartbeat. Denver. They good, right?
They're good. They're locked.
They have to.
They got no choice.
Bengals.
They good.
They set.
Good. Ravens.
The quarterback change.
Set.
He gone.
Yeah, he might be gone.
I hope he's gone. I want him out of Baltimore. They get to themselves.
Too much disrespect.
Yeah. Let's mark that down as a change because I feel like
they should have paid him. Not paying him already is disrespectful.
Yes. Let's say change right there. I think that it's just too much disrespect to go back to that. All right. Tennessee.
Change.
Possibly a change.
Quarterback change.
Tannehill's gone.
Well, they already did it when they experiment with the guy for Liberty. What's his name again?
Malik Willis.
Yeah. See, he already getting snaps now, so it's just eventually they're gonna swap over. So I think that's gonna be changed next year. I think Malik Willis just to give like you said, more dynamic tool to the offense. All right, Jaguars, good.
That's it.
They good.
All right, so we know the coasts are changing, right?
Better believe it.
They're bringing back Matty Ice.
Matty Ice gonna be in the fridge.
All right, this is an interesting one. Texans and David Mills.
Quarterback change.
Oh yeah,
new quarterback.
Yeah, they're gonna draft a quarterback early.
They'd be crazy not to.
Bryce Young.
You like Bryce Young?
Bryce Young is exceptional.
No, but they're gonna draft.
He said no.
Bryce Young,
no, but Bryce Young gonna be good.
Bryce Young
too small
in the play.
Yeah, he's small. That scares me about him.
Look,
I think
with that Alabama team. Yes. Come on, man. Dude, quarterback at Alabama, they couldn't get in the playoffs.
They didn't have the wideouts like they usually
I know, but still, though, I know, but you playing with
Bryce Young is better than
stars.
Bryce Young, I'll take Bryce Young over 2 at Bama.
I don't like Bryce Young's decision making too.
Bryce Young,
you like it or you don't like it.
I don't.
He's better out the pocket.
I seen plenty of times he threw in bad coverages, like double coverage.
I seen him make a lot of hiccup plays to keep him afloat.
Yeah, watch Tua at Bama, bro. He had Jalen Waddle, he had Henry Ruggs, Devontae Smith.
You missing somebody? Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy.
And he had a tight end. And he had a tight end play for I think it's
OJ Howard.
Irv Smith.
Irv Smith.
That's who it was. Irv Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Najee Harris at running back.
Jeez.
All right, Eagles. They good with
They good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Dallas and Dak.
You know they said they paid him too much.
Jerry Jones loved Dak. All right, Giants. Now this is interesting. Giants and Daniel Jones.
Change.
Daniel fast flowers.
He's a change.
Yeah. Daniel Jones. I like Daniel Jones, but man, he just can't play quarterback. I'm sorry. He just can't. All right, Commanders. That's another interesting one. Are they gonna pay Taylor?
Ooh.
I'm thinking change.
Change. What you say, Gatwood?
Don't they still have Carson Wentz a big contract too?
This is his last year
No.
of deal.
Yeah.
He'll fall off the books after this season. I'm thinking.
I mean, what did you do here? I mean, if they make the playoffs,
Heineke ain't gonna ever get him over the top. He'll never get him over the top.
So what we call it, purgatory, right?
So he's Brock Purdy without Kyle Shanahan.
That's it.
Okay.
Accurate.
All right, 49ers. What's going to happen? It's going to be a QB change, but I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. RC, let me say this. RC, it seemed like that relationship has mended. Like, y'all keep going back to the girl, you know what I'm saying? Y'all keep going back to her. Y'all just can't leave
What
her.
if Purdy makes a run, though?
No, I don't see that.
If Purdy makes a run?
They're going to re-sign Jimmy.
I don't think they're going to re-sign
his rookie deal. Purdy's on his rookie deal. But Purdy's going to beat them. There's going to be a quarterback battle, and Purdy's going to beat him out because Purdy dropped his nuts. Can I say that on here? It's too late.
Yeah.
Purdy has swagger. Trey Lance is nervous and scary. And then Jimmy is going to get hurt. So, and Trey's injury prone. Purdy is a tough son of a gun, bro. I'm trying to tell you. Like, he played with an injury.
Let him run it out.
RC, the 49ers are crazy in love with Jimmy G.
I don't think they're going to resign him.
Hey, listen. The relationship that Jimmy G and the 49ers have is weird. It's a weird one. It's a weird one.
It is.
But Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy's agent and Jimmy Garoppolo, they're extremely smart. Both parties are extremely smart. They understand he's safe with that guy. Send him to the Houston Texans. Send him to the Titans. He gonna get exposed and embarrassed. Yes, so he gonna stay where he at.
All right, Seattle.
I think they keep Dino.
I don't know. They gonna.
I'm kind of
I think they're gonna keep Gino.
He's a free agent. What you gonna pay him?
I wasn't on the market.
Give him 20 a year. Keep him as a bridge.
I'm telling y'all, I think they're gonna keep Gino as a bridge guy.
Yeah, I think so too, Gat. But they can draft one with the Denver pick, so I do wonder.
Yeah.
If Jimmy don't sign with San Francisco, he could go there.
I think Seattle, they have 2 first-round picks, so they might take a quarterback and let him sit behind Gino for a year or 2.
What he gonna learn behind Gino? I was gonna start him.
Man, you know Gino ain't having a good year.
Gino learned something on the bench. He can teach him something.
How about perseverance? How about some perseverance?
He said some perseverance.
Speak on it, Gat.
I guess he can show a little bit of that. All right, the Rams. Baker. Is Baker the guy?
He might be. He might have to
Stafford
be.
Stafford.
Well,
I don't know. They said the injury is pretty bad. They said something about it's pressing against the spinal cord. I forgot
what
what
kind of nerve issue.
Yeah, nerve issue pressing up against the spinal cord. So if they can't fix that, he's done. And I think he's done either way. I think that you don't mess around. He already had he broke his back already.
Yep.
Nah.
I think it might be a change.
So the Rams.
Yeah. Baker.
Cardinals.
Baker.
Yeah, I mean it have to be a change.
Yeah,
so Kyler's not gonna be ready.
Okay, so Cardinals. What gonna be McCoy?
Ooh, time will tell, I guess.
Yeah,
that's a good question. That's a very good
Kyler
question.
will be back when he's healthy. Whenever he's healthy, he'll be back.
That's probably not going to be until November. Who knows? He might even not even play next year.
Yeah.
Next November, December, you bring him back.
Mm-hmm. All right, the Vikings.
That just depends. That depends on what they do.
I think they stay with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, they probably stay with him.
I mean, they winning.
Yeah, they'll stay with him.
They're gonna stay with him. Detroit.
Stay with Jerry Goff. Detroit.
Yeah, he's a bridge guy.
I can't say nothing bad because they're winning. So yeah, stay with Jerry Goff. I guess
he's not the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It's the defense,
and they're playing better.
They finally playing better. Green Bay. Uh-oh.
That's a tough one. I mean, he
I
just
think he's gone. He is
They're paying him
gone.
too much.
No.
He's staying.
No,
He just
He's
got a
gone.
4-year, $200
He'll be
million.
back. He'll be back.
4-year, $200 million.
Man.
He's back.
Aaron Rodgers, you think he really gonna come back after missing the playoffs?
$200
Detroit?
million.
Like
Too
if
much money, man.
he fit below Detroit.
Money.
Well,
$50 million
they paid
a
him.
year.
He can
So
end up in
they
Oakland.
paid him money. Was he not complaining like first week of the season?
He got full
Yeah.
say so.
He ain't gonna leave that money on the table.
I mean, somebody
He
else
can
gonna
end up
pay
in
him.
Oakland with Devontae Adams.
Or New Orleans.
Yeah.
He can end up in Oakland with Devontae Adams, the reunion.
Yeah, I
They
can see
might.
him leaving Green Bay. It's just he
They
don't
might.
like the people there. He just don't like them. The only person he like is Watson now, cause he's like, yeah, rookie catching stuff now. That's the only person he likes. Chicago.
No,
They good?
Fields is still there. He's still
Yep.
there.
Feels there.
Tampa,
Change.
definitely a change.
Yeah,
They're gonna suck for a while. They're gonna be pretty bad.
Oh no, they still got a lot of offensive talent, so maybe a vet might want to come there.
Good defense too.
They gonna lose some key players. I feel like they're gonna lose some players.
Yeah, might be right.
The Panthers. I mean, what you have,
Change.
Darnold? What,
Change.
Matt Corral? Y'all think Matt Corral can get
He might get a
the shot?
chance. He might. He
Yeah,
might get a
quarterback
chance.
change.
New Orleans.
We'll let you answer. We won't let you answer this one.
Definitely a quarterback change. It better be a quarterback change. It better not be no Taysom Hill either. I ain't talking about that type of quarterback change. It better be a fresh guy that never been to New Orleans. They're not even on a roster. All right, Atlanta. We already saw the change. It's gonna be changed this year.
Yeah, they're gonna draft somebody probably.
Do y'all not see this? All 4 teams in the NFC South all have new quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You're just not bringing that up. Yeah, I see it now. My goodness.
They all have losing records, so makes sense.
Yeah. So
What's
how many
that talent?
teams at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We had 16 teams. Close. So he might be on to something.
Yep.
Wow. I didn't realize that many. So, all right, guys. We getting close to closing. Anything else y'all want to bring up? Oh, yeah. Stutter duds. So I did something kind of different on this stud and dud. So I don't let Flowers say his stud, and I don't let RC you say your stud and dud.
You want the stud first?
Yeah, go and say your stud first, Flowers.
My stud of the week, man, second week in a row, Trevor Lawrence. Come on down.
Yes, sir.
All right, Trevor Lawrence. Man, I think I lost the clip.
Big baller.
Not it. Oh, that wasn't it. Flowers. I might not have it.
He's made a lot of progress, especially in these last 5 weeks.
Sure has. On the fake here. Pressure coming. Rolls away. Steps in. Has a man. Jones is open. He's got it. Inside the 10. Diving for the end zone. Touchdown. There is a flag.
That boy look like a young Aaron Rodgers, don't he? You saw that?
Extending that play.
Word,
Yes. Extending that play. That's what we're talking about right there. Young and mobile. Get outside the pocket and make a throw. Beautiful throw.
Young Aaron Rodgers.
Young Aaron Rodgers. Flowers, what's your dud?
Come on, man. This is America's dud right here. And let me say this before I say this. It's going to be quick. For my coach to lose is bad and me being disappointed. Man, Jacoby Myers, dog, you cheered me up, dog. Man, you made my day Sunday, boy. You just don't know it. That's my dud.
Hey, all right, RC, who your stud and dud?
My stud is Chandler Jones. The stiff arm was top of the line. Mac Jones is still laying on the ground somewhere. I'm talking. I ain't think Chandler Jones had that in him. And then my dud is Zach Wilson. Like what, bro?
Oh, you changed it
another
on me.
one of my quarterback. Yeah, Zach Wilson's one of my guys.
And how's Zach Wilson? I stuck with Matt Jones. So we're gonna show all 3 in one clip.
Okay.
Mac Hollins out on defense. He's all the way back. And Stevenson
Is anyone going to
outside the 30, flips it back. Stanford band nowhere in sight.
Uh-oh.
It's picked off.
Oh! Oh, no!
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow!
Incredible. Chandler Jones takes it in and wins the game for the Raiders.
That boy just standing there looking. Oh, Matt Jones, you had one job, bro. Like, you the last of the fit.
We can't blame Mac Jones for that, man.
Hey, no,
That's
it was
the
so
dud
funny.
of the year. Dud of the
Dude,
year.
it was
The running back.
it was so funny how Matt Jones got stiffed on. That boy said just
Bro, the
Chandler
running
Jones-
back screwed
Dud
up,
of the
though.
year.
I know, but Jacoby Myers ran back like 15 yards though. He was going on. He was
I'm
going the
telling
wrong
you.
way.
If I'm Bill, come to my office.
The boy ran back 15 yards, then threw it back. Like, come on, bro.
I
Like,
could
you
not
should know
believe
that.
that.
Boy, you lost the game that way. That's crazy.
That's one of the
And then
crazy
for an
plays I've ever seen in my
expatriate
life.
to stick it to you, because he didn't. Bill didn't want to pay Chandler Jones. He didn't
Yeah.
want to pay him.
That's
Wow.
crazy. All right,
The
Gavin,
irony.
who your stud?
KJ Osborne. A lot of people don't know who he is, but he had about 10 catches, 150 yards, and a touchdown this week.
He had a good game.
My bad, bro. I gave you Josh Allen because T. Wright wasn't here, so I gave you Josh Allen.
I mean, that's fine too.
But shout out to KJ Osborne. Maybe next time.
Bills down.
There it is, the 2-on-2 on the backside.
Allen with pressure in his face, throwing back in the end zone. It's Dawson Knox with the touchdown.
That boy kind of threw that
Fantasy.
sidearm.
Fantasy football, KJ Osborne.
That's it. All right, my stud is Joe Burrow.
Iron on iron. Looking that way. There's the pass. And it's caught by Boyd. Bengals.
Too easy.
RC, I picked that clip just for you. That was Tyler Boyd. You said you only recognize one Tyler. You need to recognize that Tyler now.
Nah.
He
Pretty
said,
good.
nah.
Pretty good.
Flowers, who you say your stud was?
Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, your dud. Who was your dud?
Oh, Jacoby Myers.
Okay, that's what it was. All right, Gadwell, who's your dud?
My dud was Ryan Tannehill.
I think. Oh snap! My bad.
Second down at 11. Tannehill steps up, looking deep for McMahon, and it is intercepted with a flag down. Nasir Adderley has it, but there is a penalty.
Man, that was like double coverage.
It
Straight
was double coverage.
Yeah.
With a safety over the
bracket
top.
coverage.
Come on, bro. Ah, dang, bro. I couldn't believe Tannehill threw that. My dud of the week is the whole Dallas Cowboys team. There's no way you shouldn't have lost the game, but here it is.
3rd and 4. Blitz coming. Prescott throws backwards and intercepted. Jenkins has another one. Racing down the sideline. Rayshon Jenkins is going to win it.
That was another one. I was like,
Rayshon Jenkins should have been a stud. Let's get that man
I
some
need to
love.
start showing defensive players more love.
Yes. I didn't think to pick Rayshon.
I tried
late,
to, man.
to late on the season.
You did. Get what you tried to.
Yeah, with JJ Watt, he had 3 sacks, but he said since he lost, it didn't count.
Yeah, he lost. You don't get no love when you lose.
Bro, you should do.
No, you don't.
Love.
It's a team game, RC.
Ben, I need you to get
Hey,
on Dak Prescott for
I
that
picked
footwork.
Chandler Jones.
I know he threw it. He was under pressure. He just tossed it. That's why the ball was so low. I don't blame. I think that was Noah Brown. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
That ball was low and out, man. Dad didn't stay in there and take that hit. He kind of just bailed out and slung it. So that sums it up for the Cowboys. I don't feel bad for y'all. I don't like Cowboys. All right. Anything else y'all want to bring up before we end the pod?
Great show. I think Green Bay is up. They're pretty much gonna win.
Oh, Thank you. What's the score update on that?
24-12.
24-12. I guess no Baker Magic this week.
Not this week. 12 for 21, 111 yards.
You said Baker was what?
12 for 21, 111 yards, 1 tutty, 1 interception. Sacked 5 times.
Oh, that's a problem. Oh, the Rams gonna be bad. They're gonna be really bad next year. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Show.
Yeah, because they in crap.
They what? He said, yeah, right.
They're in salary cap here.
Yeah, they done. We will be back Thursday. If y'all guys didn't know, I kind of sprung it on y'all now, but we'll be back Thursday.
We're ready.
I know Friday, Christmas is this weekend, so instead of doing a show Friday, we're gonna move it up a day, Thursday, and we're gonna get one episode in before the break. So thank y'all for tuning in. Show like and subscribe. We're on Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, most major social media platforms, and we also have a merch store, podsquadinc.com. Everything will be in the show notes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Show we out of here.
Peace and love.
Later, boys.
Yes, sir. We out.
We'll be right back.